Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to the next lesson for reading skills, and the skill that you are going to learn today is making predictions. Alright, let us look at what is a prediction. Prediction is an educated guess about what will happen later in a text, and it is based on things that have already happened, informed by things that you know, and not outlandish or uncharacteristic. So how do you make a prediction? You are required to make an inference first, and then think about the text first. What has already happened? Has the author left any clues? And then you need to consider what you know and what is likely to occur next. Alright, let us look at the first example here. Ronald was running around the classroom with his shoes untied. One of the nicer boys in the class, Ezekiel, said, "Ronald, your shoe is untied." Ronald replied, "Don't talk to me." He did not like Ezekiel. Ronald then continued running and playing. As he was running around the bookshelf, he stepped on one of his shoelaces and so based on this information in the text, okay, what actually that prediction that you can make or what is likely to occur next. Alright, these are some of the suggested answer based on the situation earlier. Ronald is probably going to trip over his shoelace and fall. So we believe this due to he was warned by another character to tie his shoe based on the text, and then people commonly trip over untied shoelaces informed by what we know. Okay, for your information, these are some of the inappropriate answers. The first one is Ronald will reveal to the class that he has the ability to levitate. Second is Ronald will run through the wall. The third one is Ronald will run for president of the United States and win. So these answers are unrelated to what has already happened or they are completely outlandish. Alright, next is a review on prediction. So a prediction is when readers attempt to figure out what will happen next. Good predictions are based on the what has already happened in the text. Predictions should be informed based on what you know, and predictions should not be outlandish or unrelated to what has already happened. Alright, next is we are going to look into some of the practices, and the first one is we need to read the passage, and then we will predict what event will occur next, and there will be some kind of explanation to the answers. Okay, let us look at the first practice. A fishing boat is returning from Arctic waters with a large haul of crab when they get caught in a big storm. The boat is tossed about in the powerful waves and crashes into a large iceberg. The iceberg punches the boat and it begins sinking. The men scramble to inflate the life raft, and what event is likely to happen next? And what will be the explanation to the answer? So this is the suggested answer. The crew will board the life rafts and attempt to weather the storm. So explanation to the answer. The boat is totally damaged and it cannot continue sailing. The men are inflating life rafts. They will probably get in the life rafts next. Now let us look at the second practice. Tommy was walking down the street when his neighbor's dog started barking at him through a fence. It was a big dog and Tommy never liked him. He walked over to the dog and started calling the dog names and yelling at it. The dog barked at Tommy. Tommy picked up a stick and began poking the dog through the fence. The dog yelped and Tommy thought that this was really funny. Then the dog jumped against the gate and it flew open. Alright, so this is the suggested answer. Tommy is probably going to get attacked by the dog. So the explanation to this answer is Tommy teases the dog and the dog is very aggressive. Tommy hurts the dog, which probably made it even more angry. Now the dog has escaped. It will probably attack Tommy. Alright, let us look at the third practice now. Betty's tooth had been sore all day. It was one of her last baby teeth and it was very loose. When she sat down to eat her lunch, her tooth was so sore that she didn't want to eat, but she was so hungry. She grabbed the big red apple from her lunch tray and sunk her teeth into it. Then she tasted blood. She loosened her bite on the apple and realized that. Okay, so here is the suggested answer. Betty's baby tooth has fallen out or is stuck in the apple. So the explanation to the answer is Betty's tooth is loose, baby teeth fall out. She took a big bite of an apple. Loose teeth often get stuck in apples. And then she tasted blood, which means her tooth has probably fallen out. Alright, let us see the fourth practice. Katrina had been starving ever since she was thrown out of the castle. She had not eaten in days. As she walked by the market, the smells of roasting lamb and chicken caused her mouth to fill with saliva. She wondered how much longer she could last without food. A bread wagon rolled past. It swerved suddenly to avoid a child who had ran across the road. As it swerved, a small loaf of bread fell from the truck and landed on the dusty ground. The end of the loaf was in a puddle. Katrina looked around and noticed that nobody was watching. Then she. So here is the suggested answer. Katrina is either going to eat the loaf of bread or hide it in her clothes and eat it later. So this is the explanation for the answer. Katrina is so hungry that she is desperate. She looks around before she makes her move, which shows that she is thinking about doing something that she does not want others to know. Alright, so now we have come to the last practice, practice 5. It was a hot summer day and Kyle had just bought a popsicle from the ice cream man. As he was about to open the popsicle, his mom called him in the house to talk about his progress report. Kyle put the popsicle down on the stoop and went to talk with his mother. 20 minutes later, he came back outside to get his popsicle. Some clouds had moved and now the sealed popsicle was sitting directly in the sun. Kyle picked up the package and. Alright, this is the suggested answer. The popsicle was completely melted. Perhaps it leaks out of the package. So the explanation to the answer is Kyle has left the popsicle in the sun for much too long, and then frozen things melt in the sunlight and hot weather. Therefore, Kyle's popsicle has probably melted. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. We'll see you again in the next lesson.